Good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Priyanka Das. Welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the world of latest updates and news from around the country and across the world to set the tone for your day. From tracking Prime Minister Modi's Singapore visit to the latest from the Kolkata rape and murder case. Stay tuned as Republic TV brings you all the latest update, but that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic, as always with Nation First this quick morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will embark on a two-day visit to Singapore today. The Prime Minister will visit Brunei at the invitation of Sultan Haji Hassanal Bolkiah to further strengthen bilateral cooperation between the two countries. It is the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Singapore and marks 40 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Brunei.
Prime Minister is undertaking a visit to Brunei and to Singapore. He is traveling to Brunei at the invitation of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassanal Bolkiah, and the visit is scheduled for 3rd and 4th of September, and after that he will travel to Singapore at the invitation of His Excellency Mr. Lawrence Wong, the Prime Minister of Singapore. And that visit will be over 4th and 5th of September.
President Draupadi Murmu approved the formation of the 23rd Law of Commission of India, which will serve from the 1st of September to August 31st, 2027. The commission will comprise a full-time chairperson, 4 members and additional ex-officio and ex-part-time members. Ministry of Law and Justice said that the commission's role will be to review and recommend legal reforms to improve the Indian legal system. The Enforcement Directorate has arrested Aam Aadmi Party MLA Amanatullah Khan in connection with the alleged irregularities and appointments to the Delhi Waqf Board and leasing of its properties, which are believed to be worth 100 crore. Ram's Avenue Court remanded him to 4 days of ED custody. The case against Khan stems from 2 FIRs, one registered by the CBI in the Waqf Board related alleged irregularities and another by the Delhi Anti-Corruption Bureau in the case pertaining to alleged possession of disproportionate assets. According to the ED, Khan allegedly acquired huge proceeds of crime in cash through illegal recruitment of staff in the Delhi Waqf Board. He will now be produced before the court on the 6th of September.
मेरी ज़मानत हो चुकी है, ACB से भी ज़मानत हो चुकी है, लेकिन ज़बरदस्ती एक फर्जी मुकदमा है जिसकी ना कोई सबूत है, ना किसी किस्म की कोई रिकवरी है, ना ही कहीं कोई पैसा जो है आया है कहीं से। ये सारी चीज़ों को ज़बरदस्ती CBI कुछ और कहती है, ACB कुछ और कहती है और फिर ED कुछ और कहती है।
Former principal of Haji Hospital, Sandeep Ghosh, was arrested by the CBI for alleged financial misconduct. This comes after he was questioned for over 15 days by the Central Probe Agency following the rape and murder of Abhaya. The former principal has been at the center of the controversy, with protesting resident doctors and former colleagues raising allegations of corruption against him. Along with him, his aides Suman Hasra, Biplab Singh and Afsar Ali were also arrested. The CBI also carried out searches at the residences and at Suman Hazra's medical shop. After Sandeep Ghosh's arrest, Sukanta Majumdar said that Ghosh's arrest by the CBI will bring out the truth. Majumdar also added that despite the Mamata Banerjee-led government's attempt to destroy evidence and shield the accused, Ghosh's corruption and wrongdoings will be exposed. He further said that the people of Bengal deserve to know the truth and that this truth is a crucial step towards it.
हादसे नहीं होने के कारण खून और रेप के मामले में डॉक्टर संदीप घोष को कितना सीबीआई गिरफ्तार कर पाएगी या कितना लपेट में ले पाएगी, ये थोड़ा डाउटफुल था मेरे लिए। लेकिन करप्शन के केस में संदीप घोष अंदर जाएंगे, पहले से ही मैंने भविष्यवाणी की थी। और ये सबसे बड़ी बात, बंगाल की जनता चाह रही थी कि ये गिरफ्तारी हो और बंगाल की जनता की राय को सीबीआई ने सम्मान दिया।
Meanwhile, the TMC leader Kunal Ghosh has defended the party and said that the Mamata Banerjee wants severe punishment for the culprits. He called for a time-bound trial and capital punishment for the rape murder convicts, adding that the TMC Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister has written to the Prime Minister Modi about this.
ये जो रेप और मर्डर हम लोग चाहते हैं, ममता बनर्जी चाहते हैं, इसके खिलाफ कड़ी से कड़ी वो लॉ चाहिए, टाइम बाउंड ट्रायल एंड देन फांसी। तो हमारा जो ये स्टैंड है, ममता जी नरेंद्र मोदी जी को भी लेटर लिखी है, उसके बाद नरेंद्र मोदी जी से मुख से थोड़ा ये बात आ रहा है।
At least 2 people were injured in a drone bomb attack in Manipur's Senjam-Cherang area. The attack happened just a day after a similar attack happened in Imphal West by Kuki insurgents, in which 2 persons lost their lives and 9 have sustained injuries. The recent attack involved weaponized drones dropping 2 bombs in the region. Unidentified people also attacked a post of the India Reserve Battalion at Sangolmang in Imphal East District and smashed 2 assault rifles and a light machine gun before fleeing. As parts of Andhra Pradesh grapples with heavy rainfall, Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu visited the flood-affected areas in and around Vijayawada city. Rescue operations are underway to evacuate those stuck in the affected regions. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi assured the Andhra Chief Minister of all the possible help from the centre to deal with the crisis. The central government has sent help to aid in rescue operation and bring back normalcy in the area.
All of you are aware it is a big devastation. We are all feeling very bad. Krishna River behaved very differently this time. In the history of Krishna River, first of its kind, this type of floods. Since yesterday, I am also doing my level best. We brought nearly 100 boats and also 6 helicopters. But tomorrow I may control.
The Supreme Court will today hear petitions challenging the central government's law on triple talaq. The government has enacted a law criminalizing triple talaq. With a penalty of up to 3 years in prison, Muslim organizations have contested this law in the apex body, which the government calls necessary to end injustice being done to women. A fighter jet crashed near Bandra village in Rajasthan's Barmer. The MiG-29 fighter aircraft of the Indian Air Force crashed due to a critical technical snag. The pilot ejected safely and no loss of life was reported. A senior Indian Air Force official said a court of inquiry has been ordered into the incident. Yep. Viewers, tracking the top business stories for the day, we bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape. From Gujarat getting a new semiconductor plant to crores of rupees sanctioned for agricultural projects. Stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. The Reserve Bank of India announced on Monday that nearly 98% of the rupees 2000 denomination banknotes have been returned to the banking system. As of August 30th, 2024, only rupees 7,261 crore worth of these notes remain in public circulation. The RBI had first announced the withdrawal of the rupees 2000 notes on May 19, 2023. Since then, the total value of rupees 2000 notes in circulation has significantly decreased. The facility to deposit or exchange these notes was available at all bank branches until October 7, 2023 and continues at 19 RBI issue offices across the country. The Union Cabinet has approved an investment of over rupees 3,000 crore for a new semiconductor plant in Gujarat's Sanand. Kaynes Semicon Private Limited will establish a facility which is expected to produce around 60 lakh chips daily for various sectors, including industries, automotive, consumer, electronics. This initiative supports the India Semiconductor Mission, launched in 2022, aimed at reducing the country's dependence on foreign semiconductor manufacturing. In addition to the Sanand plant, 2 other semiconductor units have been approved in Gujarat and a fourth facility is set to be established in Assam, bringing the total investment to approximately rupees 1.5 lakh crore and an estimated daily chip production capacity of 7 crore. Union Minister of Communications Jyotiraditya M. Scindia announced that the new rules under the Digital Bharat Nidhi are now in effect. This set of rules, part of the recently overhauled Telecommunications Act of 2023, updates the previous Universal Service Obligation Fund provisions. The Digital Bharat Nidhi aims to ensure equal access to telecom services and support India's goal of becoming a developed nation by 2047. The new rules outline resource allocation to enhance telecom services in remote and rural areas through a universal access levy of 5% of telecom companies' adjusted gross revenue. The updated framework replaces certain rules from the Indian Telegraph rules but maintains the current USOF system until it expires. ICICI Bank has officially denied allegations that it continued to provide salary or employee stock options to Madhavi Puri Butch, the current chairperson of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI, after her retirement. The opposition had claimed that such payments could constitute a breach of regulatory rules and raised questions about the integrity of the relationship between Butch and the bank. ICICI Bank has clarified that Butch's association with the bank ended fully in compliance with legal and regulatory provisions upon her retirement. ICICI Bank has reiterated that Madhavi Puri Butch, who retired from the bank before joining SEBI as its chairperson in March 2022, did not receive any salary or employee stock options post-retirement. The bank emphasized that all financial and professional ties with Butch concluded upon her retirement, adhering to legal and regulatory standards. This clarification is an attempt to address political controversy surrounding Butch's post-retirement status and clear any confusion regarding her previous employers' involvement. The Union Cabinet has sanctioned nearly rupees 14,000 crore for 7 major agricultural initiatives. Announced by the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, these schemes include nearly rupees 2,900 crore for Digital Agricultural Mission to promote technology in farming, nearly rupees 4,000 crore for advancements in crop science, and rupees 2,291 crore for enhancing agricultural education and management. Additionally, the Cabinet approved rupees 1,702 crore for sustainable livestock health, rupees 860 crore for horticulture development, rupees 1,202 crore to boost the Krishi Vigyan Kendra network, and rupees 1,115 crore for natural resource management. These investments reflect the government's commitment to strengthening and advancing the agricultural sector. Moving on to our international segment, where we are tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today, we delve into the significant developments from around the world, from US President Joe Biden saying that Israeli Prime Minister has not done enough to secure a ceasefire deal, to Ecuador battling the largest forest fire. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape this morning. At least 4 persons were shot and killed on a subway train near Chicago, while 3 died at the scene. 1 succumbed to injuries while 1 was being taken to the hospital for treatment. Police has initiated an investigation into the matter and have taken a suspect into custody after going through CCTV cameras. A gun has also been recovered.
It's a horrible situation. It's definitely something that you don't want to wake up to. It's a Monday morning on a holiday. Everyone's supposed to be, enjoying their time off, time with their families. It's Labor Day. So to actually have to be here, to address a situation like this, it's, horrible.
Amid the ongoing Israel-Hamas war and growing demand for the release of hostages, US President Joe Biden has criticized Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Biden said that the Israeli Prime Minister is not doing enough to reach a ceasefire deal in Gaza. His statement comes after bodies of 6 hostages were recovered after being killed by Hamas.
This deal will be successful in a way that the other deals were not.
Hope springs eternal.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
Thousands of Israelis poured into the streets of Tel Aviv to express their grief and anger after 6 hostages were found dead in Gaza. Their deaths have fueled fury and frustration among Israelis who have held massive protests in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv since the news broke out. They blamed Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and said that the hostages could have been returned alive if a ceasefire deal was reached with Hamas.
Basically, we're here because 6 people that were alive and survived the agony of staying in Hamas captivity has lost their lives because the government can't make up her mind. And it seems like they forgot the Israeli ethics. That means mutual dependence on each other, mutual reliance on each other. And it seems like there's no one there that listens to us, but the families of the hostages need our support. They need to know that they're not alone.
Chinese President Xi Jinping and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced the elevation of bilateral ties to an all-round strategic cooperative partnership. During the bilateral meeting, Xi said that the friendship between the two countries is rooted in mutual support for national liberation and development, as well as solidarity and cooperation in pursuit of international fairness and justice. Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi arrived in Beijing to attend the 2024 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation. China and Mozambique have deepened their ties and cooperation in several fields within the frameworks of the FOCAC and the Belt and Road Initiative, since establishing a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership in 2016. A large-scale polio vaccination drive is underway in war-torn Gaza. Health workers were seen vaccinating children at the Nusayrat refugee camp. The vaccination drive is a part of the UN-led large-scale campaign in the Gaza Strip that hoped to prevent an outbreak in the territory that has been ravaged by the Israel-Hamas war. The campaign aims to reach over 6 lakh children. Israel has agreed to limited pauses in fighting to facilitate this campaign.
Unfortunately, outbreaks of type 2 vaccine-derived poliovirus in the community. To stop this transmission and to stop the suffering from people of this preventable cause, we have to vaccinate 90% of the people less than 10 years old.
As Ecuador battles forest fire, Colombian Air Force has joined the efforts to combat the fire. Helicopters from the Ecuadorian Air Force discharged water over the forest fire. Colombian Air Force tanker are also expected to join the operations. The fire has been burning for 9 days, and adverse weather conditions such as high temperatures and strong winds are worsening the situation. 2 helicopters and 2 airplanes from Peru had earlier joined in the operation. In Ukraine, the Dnipropetrovsk region was hit hard today as Russian forces bombarded a substation, causing a fire and sending thick black smoke into the sky. This attack is part of recent Russian strikes targeting Ukraine's infrastructure. The exact method of the attack isn't clear, but it could have been a drone or a bomb dropped from a drone. This attack is part of a larger pattern of strikes on Ukraine's infrastructure, including missiles and drones hitting Kyiv. Adding to the tragedy, an F-16 fighter jet recently supplied to Ukraine by Western allies crashed, resulting in the death of the pilot, who was one of the few Ukrainians trained to fly the aircraft. In a show of support, Dutch Prime Minister Schoof pledged €200 million to help repair and protect Ukraine's infrastructure. Now turning to the United States. New York City's West Indian American Day Parade was held in Brooklyn. This vibrant celebration of Caribbean culture, now in its 57th year, transformed Eastern Parkway into a colorful spectacle of feathers, flags, and music. Revelers danced and marched through the streets, accompanied by floats and lively soca and reggae tunes. New York City Mayor Eric Adams made an appearance, joining in the festivities of one of the largest Caribbean carnivals. In Bolivia, a large Protests erupted in La Paz as hundreds of people demanded action from President Luis Arce's government over a critical shortage of dollars fueling inflation. The demonstration, led by the Red Poncho movement, resulted in clashes with police, leaving 2 civilians and 6 officers injured. The economic crisis, triggered by a drop in natural gas exports, has caused the US dollar to surge on the black market. The shortage is also affecting fuel supplies, leading to widespread disruptions. And finally, shifting focus to the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa, an attempted jailbreak at the Makala prison led to heavy gunfire and the death of at least 2 inmates. The prison, which is severely overcrowded, was the site of intense clashes as security forces intervened. The situation has sparked local calls for the prison to be relocated. The government is now considering measures to address the overcrowding and improve conditions. Coming up next, we have stories from the action-packed world of sports and entertainment. So sit back and we'll be right with you.
What about the 40% taxes I'm paying and I don't have a doctor? What about the 40% taxes I'm paying and I don't have a doctor?
All right, viewers, it's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to an all-action-packed highlight and exciting matchups. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the field of sports, from India shining at the Paris Paralympics to France gearing up for the Nations League. Keep listening to All That's the Buzz right here on our sports segment. Sumit Antil won a gold at the Paris Paralympics, taking India's gold medal tally to 3. He broke his Paralympics javelin record thrice in the F64 final at Paralympics 2024 with the best throw of 70.59 meters to become the unbeatable Paralympic champion. Shuttler Tulassimati Murugesan clinched a historic silver at the Paralympics, becoming the first ever Indian female shuttler to clinch a silver medal in Paralympics history. Murugesan lost to her Chinese opponent in the final of women's singles SU5 gold medal match. The SU5 category is for athletes with impairment on the upper limbs, which could be in the playing or the non-playing hand. Daniil Medvedev showed his dominant performance as he beat his opponent 6-0, 6-1. Sinner potentially faced world number 1 Sinner, who beat him from 2 sets down in the Australian Open final in January. Czech Republic's Karolina Muchova dumped 5th seed Jessica Paolini out of the US Open in straight sets. The world number 52 took the 6-3, 6-3 victory in 1 hour and 9 minutes. With this, Karolina has entered into the quarterfinals of the tournament.
My thoughts, very happy to win again in 2 sets. I think it was a very tricky, tough match. I was actually a little bit nervous today. I don't even know why, but it's kind of weird match. Like I had a weird feeling in my body whole match, but yeah, I'm glad that I won.
France is preparing for the opening match of their Nations League campaign. The French team will play against Italy on Friday. The 2021 champions are hoping to rebound after their poor performance last season, where they finished third in Group A1 and failed to advance to the semi-finals. France manager Didier Deschamps has said that Kylian Mbappe's expectations of himself are just as high as anyone else who wants him to perform well for France in the Nations League, but added that even though he is happy Mbappe is finding his feet at the Bernabeu, he believes his best is yet to come for both the club and the country. The 25-year-old scored twice in Real Madrid's 2-0 home win over Real Betis, his first goals for the Spanish Giants since his summer transfer. Canada's Jason Burke and Germany's Janis Meyer triumphed in the Ötztal Cycle Marathon 2024. A total of 4.226 cyclists took part in the challenging marathon in the Alps, covering 227 kilometers from Solden over 4 alpine passes. In the men's race, Burke overtook France's Loic Ruffat and cruised through Solden, crossing the finish line in an incredible 6 hours, 49 minutes and 14 seconds. While in the women's category, Meyer defended the title she conquered last year with a dominating performance. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today we bring you highlights from the showbiz, from Shraddha Kapoor's 3-2 smashing box office records to gunfire incident reported outside singer AP Dhillon's house. This and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. The Madhya Pradesh High Court issued notices to several parties, including Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut, the central government and the Central Board of Film Certification regarding her upcoming film Emergency. This comes after a public interest litigation was filed claiming the movie contains scenes that violate the fundamental rights of Sikhs. The notices target a wide range of entities, from the film's production and distribution companies to social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. The court is seeking responses from these parties about the film's content. Ranaut, on her part, has stated that her film is still under review by the censor board, contrary to earlier reports suggesting it's been cleared for release. The petition also demands an apology from Ranaut and other involved parties, along with a compensation for a Sikh charitable organization. Moving on to the world of cinema, Stree 2 has made headlines with an impressive box office performance. Starring Shraddha Kapoor and Rajkumar Rao, the film has shattered a 7-year record previously held by Bahubali 2. In its third weekend, Stree 2 raked in 22 crores on its 18th day, bringing its total for the weekend to rupees 47 crore. This surpasses the rupees 42.55 crore earned by Bahubali 2 in Hindi during its third weekend. Although Stree 2 has yet to hit the rupees 500 crore mark, it stands tall alongside other blockbuster hits like Jawan, Gadar 2 and Pathaan. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers, as we'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories from across the globe only on Republic TV. So stay tuned.
What about the 40% taxes I'm paying, and I don't have a doctor? What about the 40% taxes I'm paying, and I don't have a doctor?
largest news headquarters. Setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.